What's up guys, Silken here from Devilishly Deviant with another of my top 5 things for you. Not sure what else to call it. In this video I'm going to cover my top 5 future tech ideas. Well, not ideas, but things that are in the pipeline that could very well be mainstream tech in the next few years for us. First up, and I do apologise that I'm having to look down at my iPhone screen because I've got my Evernote up so I don't miss anything. First up is driverless cars. How cool would it be to have a driverless car? Something that you could get out of bed, hardly be awake, jump into, belt up if needed, and just set your destination and it drive you all the way to work safely and without any problems whatsoever. No manual driving involved, all just kind of run by a computer. How fantastic would that be? I know Google are working on driverless cars at the moment and I do like what I'm hearing. Obviously I do have a few sort of safety concerns about driverless cars, i.e. what if the computer goes wrong and it starts speeding and crashes into something, or makes a wrong decision at a roundabout and pulls out on someone. You know, these are all kind of real life concerns that I have, but I love the idea of driverless technology, driverless cars, you know, stuff like that. For example, the DLR to an extent, if you don't know what the DLR is, that's the Docklands Light Railway in London. That is driverless. Yes, you have an operative on board checking tickets, and sometimes they do manual stuff like closing the doors, but on the whole it drives itself up and down the track. Good stuff. Are you interested in driverless cars? Let me know. What would be your concerns? Would you, if you had the option of buying a driverless car or a manual car and there were no sort of cost differences, they cost the same? Obviously at the moment they're going to be ridiculously priced and only the rich will be able to afford them, but if they were the same, if you went into a car showroom today and you saw a driverless car, a driverless version or a manual version, which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments. So that's my first of the top 5. These are in no particular order this time round, just to let you know. Secondly, Apple designed smartwatches. Now everyone knows, especially those who are Apple fans, Apple is going to bring out, Apple are going to bring out an Apple branded smartwatch this year, and I am really looking forward to it. Can you imagine how good an Apple smartwatch is going to be? Yeah, sure, there'll be people that won't like it, but what I've noticed with Apple is they'll see a technology, an emerging technology, and they'll hold back until such a time when they believe they can bring out something that not only enhances the existing experience but takes it to the new level, to a next level altogether. So I'm really looking forward to that. So many rumours coming out about the Apple smartwatch at the moment, or the iWatch potentially, if it's going to be called that. I can only think it's going to be fantastic. The only thing I'm worried about is that potentially it could be fitness orientated, which isn't really going to be that much of a great experience for those of us that aren't interested in running miles on end or monitoring our heart rate. I'd love something that could interact with my devices. So for example, I could be working on my MacBook downstairs and I could send a command to my Mac, which is on upstairs, via the watch to switch it off, maybe something like that. That would be really useful. We'll just have to wait and see. But given Apple's track record for innovating existing products and just making them far better and blowing the competition out of the water, exciting times. Would you buy an iWatch when it comes out? What would you like to see on an iWatch if you had an option of having a say as to what was included? Let me know. So that's covered that. Sentient operating systems. Now, I know these are quite a way off, and even if we did ever have one, there'd be lots of sort of different ethical concerns and stuff like that. But I watched a film earlier this year called Her, which is by Spike Jonze. If you haven't seen it, please do. It's absolutely fantastic. It won an Oscar, I believe, as well for Best Screenplay, Best Original Screenplay. The whole idea is there's this character played by Joaquin Phoenix, and he purchases this operating system that is pretty much sentient. Well, it is sentient. It speaks to him as if it's a real person. He just wears an earpiece and he communicates with it and he builds this relationship with this operating system. And I'm really interested in that idea, how far we can push technology. How can I express it? How far we could push technology before we forget that it is a piece of technology and not a real human being. So that interest me. I know I have very kind of limited knowledge on this subject area, so if any of you watching this have any like a greater understanding of sentient operating systems, or you know how far we've come in it, please do let me know, because I'm really interested in finding out more about that. That is just from watching her, by the way. As I say, check that film out. It's very, very good. Okay, reliable wireless charging. Oh my god, I've seen so many products that are on the market that you can just sort of plonk your phone down on top of and charge, and they work flawlessly for Android devices. Not so much for Apple devices. At the moment, I know there's that wireless puck charger thing, but you have to plug something into the lightning port and have this little like pad on the back underneath your case, and then you put that down on top and it charges, blah blah blah. But it closes off that port, so you can't access the port while it's while the device is connected. Now I'm hoping somewhere down the line Apple are going to move away from the bog standard charger that comes with all Apple devices at the moment, and give us some kind of awesome wireless charging option. Now Apple, being Apple, as I said earlier in this countdown, are renowned for innovating existing product categories, and I really think somewhere down the line they will release a wireless charging option. Imagine having something that could charge your iPhone, your iPad, your iWatch without the need for having cables everywhere. So yeah, that is another of things I'm looking forward to in the future. Perhaps there is an existing product out for Apple devices that charges wirelessly already, and I'm just not aware of it. If that is the case and you can help me along those lines, please do let me know in the comments. Okay, where are we at? Let's go back in. Right, and last in my countdown, full Wi-Fi coverage on our transport networks as standard for all users. Now, yes, I'm aware that the Tube does offer, TfL do offer wireless for people on the underground, but I've not been able to get it to work. For me, I don't know if it's because I'm a 3 customer or what it is, but it's just very, very unreliable. And public transport like trains, National Rail, Southern Rail, should I say, because I don't think National Rail exists anymore. National Rail exists, Network Rail doesn't exist. Imagine just being able to get on a normal train and the train having complete Wi-Fi access that works flawlessly. You haven't got to worry about using your 3G, it's just there, it's always on. You get on the train, you switch your MacBook on, boom, you're on. You know, how great would that be? I would love that. In this world where everyone's connected 24/7, I find it bizarre that we still struggle in places like in 3G black spots to have any kind of signal whatsoever, especially with the 4G spectrum coming in now, or even in place in many places. I think that's something to look forward to in the future, and hopefully we will have it sooner or later. I don't know. That's just my wish list anyway. That will be on my wish list, because I went to London the other day and I had no signal on my phone, sorry about that, for pretty much the entire journey, and that was a nightmare. So I'm hoping somewhere down the line we will get wireless or stable Wi-Fi connections across all public networks. That will be another great thing for us to have. Anyway, I have rambled on for far too long. I hope you've enjoyed this countdown. What would be your top 5 future tech that you are looking forward to in the future, or even stuff that you would love to come into existence? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and I shall see you all next time.